China re-edits Fight Club to make it safe for society. Will Hollywood do it next? Chinese streaming platform Tencent Video is showing an edited version of Fight Club where the ending has been changed. The 1999 movie features Brad Pitt, the late Meatloaf, and was directed by David Fincher. It's a movie that in part is about how corporations exploit consumerism and how adherence to the establishment, the hierarchy, can be emasculating for men. Spoiler warning, the movie ends with the anti-hero bombing the headquarters of multiple banks, wiping clean financial records and the details of citizen debt, resetting the economy. With the new edited version shown on Tencent Video, the last part, the climactic part of the film, has been cut out and it's been replaced with a slide that details that the hero has been apprehended by the police and detained in a mental institution, presumably because communist state China does not even want to entertain the notion of disorder amongst its citizens. Movies routinely receive edits for showing on TV or on a plane, and this can be edits to cut out people smoking or bad language or violence, and it's part of industry practice. But what's different about this is not making minor edits. This is an actual real big change to the story, something different from what the original creator intended. Now, whilst you might say, oh, it won't happen here, this only happens in China, there are actually signs that it could happen here. In 1982, Steven Spielberg made the beautiful film E.T. 20 years later, he went back to re-edit it. He removed the guns on police officers, he removed some language referring to terrorists and some rude insults, and he did this in an effort to make it more palatable to present-day audiences. However, he did come to later regret it because it did change the tone of certain scenes and it was slightly different from the original vision. It was a change from what was captured from the early 80s. Here, this was the director Steven Spielberg choosing to make changes, but what if the director no longer has control or has passed away? Well, we can see with the Disney streaming channel, it now has content warnings on some of its older cartoon movies. These are warnings to indicate that a movie may be using racist language or stereotypes that are now outdated. And it seems that this is a fair balance. It is putting a warning there for people to be aware of it, but it's still preserving the original artistic work. However, because of changes in technology, what if Disney was able to now go back into a movie such as Toy Story or Toy Story 2 and add new scenes or replace older scenes because of jokes that are not palatable today? It could do that. Or what if it decided to go back into an Indiana Jones movie and completely cut out a scene and replace it with a new scene with Harrison Ford, only not acted by the actor, but using deep fakes to depict him moving in a different way and speaking in a different way? This can all happen now. This is possible now. Do you think this will never happen? Well, actually actors, they normally sign contracts that stipulate they can appear or they must appear in variations of a movie they've agreed to work in, such as a director's cut or special edition. And this could be an evolution of that. And there's nothing wrong with having choices, having the original movie and then perhaps an alternative version. But what if the movie studio, the publisher, decides that the original version is so offensive, they remove it from release and they take it away completely? How would you feel about that?